Been reporting here for years and years on the federal government's refusal to enforce this nation's immigration laws. But this next story is hard for even us to believe. Illegal aliens working in the home of Michael Chertoff, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. And for years. Gene Meserve has our report.
Michael Chertoff is responsible for keeping illegal aliens out of the country, but it turns out he might not have been able to keep them out of his house. The company that cleaned his home for 3 years has been fined almost $23,000 for filing faulty paperwork on some of its employees. And an investigation showed some workers were using fraudulent documents. A Homeland Security official says the owner, James Reed, quote, was fully aware that he was employing unauthorized workers, even though Chertoff and his wife had been, quote, extremely blunt and clear that Reed was not to hire them or send them to the Chertoff property.
Dispute is I didn't fill out the document that I received, list A, list B.
James Reed admits his paperwork was out of order, but claims he looked at his employees' documentation, provided it to the government, and never knowingly hired illegal aliens. It is an employer's responsibility to check the legal status of its workers, but Reed did not participate in E-Verify, a voluntary federal program advocated by Chertoff that lets businesses check employees electronically. Reed says he did, however, give his employees paperwork to the Secret Service every time they went to the Chertoff home. If there was a problem with his workers' legal status, he says the Secret Service should have caught it.
The problem here is the Secret Service failed to do their job, and they're going to use me as a scapegoat.
The Secret Service says it does security checks, not immigration checks. That is the job of another DHS agency, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. When ICE did eventually question Reed, he says he was shocked to find out ICE didn't know he was working for Chertoff.
So here we are, we got the head, Secret Service, the arm, ICE, the other arm, and one arm doesn't know what the head's doing. You put all three of these together and let them communicate, maybe somebody's going to know something. You know, maybe they can figure something out in this country.
There is no indication that Michael Chertoff knew unauthorized workers might be working in his house, and it's not clear that any actually were. The investigation was inconclusive on that point. And although Reed has not been charged with hiring illegal aliens, publicity about the case has cut his business by 70%. We don't know, Lou, who's cleaning for the Chertoffs now, but it's probably a safe bet that their immigration status has been checked and double-checked.
Thank you very much, Gene Meserve. Terrific report. Julie Myers.